guys, if you are wanting to learn how to be able to have more leads come into your messenger inbox, have more people to talk to, have more potential customers and distributors and teamies and new leaders on your team, using the power of Facebook, drop a 1 in the chat, because this is really an incredible basic training. My goal is that you're going to walk away from maybe the next 30, 40 minutes or so with at least a baseline understanding of what this, everyone's like, run, right? We all do. A basic understanding of how to use social media the right way, the do's and the don'ts, the compliant ways to do network marketing, specifically LifeVantage on Facebook. And I'll tell you guys, I'm going to give you a lot of the nuts and bolts secrets of how over the last 10 years, I have built to over 330,000 followers on Facebook alone. Using these tactics on Instagram now, over 20,000 followers on Instagram. And so this has been my bread and butter. In fact, over the last 9 years or so, I've recruited well over 1,000 people from Facebook. If you guys want to recruit 1,000 people on Facebook, drop a 2. You're like, hello. And guys, it's 95% of my business is done through social media. And so I love hotel meetings. I love in-persons. I love the belly-to-belly. But now more than ever, because of the current climate and market conditions, there are times where we've got to go all in on technology. And I'm going to share something that I'm sure April and Bob won't mind, but it's something that very few uplines will share. I tend to have a very contrarian message in network marketing, Bob, and one of them is the fact that most uplines won't tell you you're going to run out of people. Like, you're going to blow through your warm market list. So for some people, it's 1 month. Some people it takes a year or 2 or 3 years if their list is deep and wide and they're a big influencer. But most people, all of us, at some point, we're going to run out of our list. So my question to start this conversation is, what's your plan? What is your plan to make sure that you have people to talk to introduce these products and this business to a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Because if you guys are like me, you're going to the top. You're going to the top with this. You're never going to stop doing LifeVantage. It is the best company with the best products. And so we want to make sure that you're always leading by example with your team. You want to make sure that you're going where the people are and making sure that you are becoming an influencer online. So I'm going to share my screen. We got some really cool slides. So this is what we're going to be talking about today, which is really becoming a Facebook influencer. And that's me, Rachel Pekarik, Master Pro10. I'm calling out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Newly married on Saturday, so get used to that name. You're going to see Rachel Jackson on some of these screenshots, but it'll be legally changed here soon. Very, very excited. So why Facebook? It's kind of what I shared before. It's going where the people are. This is marketing 101. Right now, there's over 2.5 billion people on Facebook, and I need you guys to understand that 1 out of every 6 minutes spent online is spent on Facebook. 1 out of every 5 minutes spent on phone is on the Facebook app. And so that's all worldwide. So if guys, the average person's spending an average of about an hour a day just on Facebook. So I think it's probably more now during the quarantines and lockdowns that people are just, they're bored. We have their attention. So this is our chance to have unlimited potential to grow our network, to connect, to build influence, and to find really great prospects for LifeVantage, to go where the people are. Now, the formula for social media is that we want to build a following. We want to engage them through, really enticing images, graphics, statuses, thought-provoking conversations, relationship-building contacts, our connection and connecting as far as having conversations with people, engaging in their own content, not only producing your own, but actually having a two-way streak going on, and then converting them either to a preferred customer or a distributor inside of your team. Now, before we dive in, and don't worry guys, we're gonna go through a lot really quickly. This is recorded, so Bob and April are gonna get this back to you so you can guys revisit this over and over and practice it as you go with your teams. We got to audit. Auditing is one of my favorite tools or tactics in life. I audit my relationships. I audit my bank account. I audit my goals. I audit my time, my calendar. But certainly if we're going to be using a tactic like social media, you want to audit your profile. So when you guys go to your Facebook, hopefully you guys all know that you have a main page, your profile page. And this is what mine looks like. This is about a month or so ago. So I still says Rachel Jackson, but a month or so ago. And it's a time, guys, that when you go to your page, I want you after this webinar to take a 5-second glance. If a potential prospect was to go to your profile right now, what would it say about you, right? You want to take some time to fill out all the information, right? Your about tab, your details, your bio. If you guys notice, there's a lot of little things here. On the left-hand side, there's an introduction, which is like a little, maybe 150 character biography that you can write a little pithy, punchy, marketing message there. So I have, hashtag team heart, right? You guys might have hashtag LifeVantage or your team name or whatever. Leading the charge with the 7-time patented 26+ peer-reviewed anti-aging biotech breakthrough. That speaks like, what is this girl? Like, what is she doing? What kind of product is she involved with? Also notice that I have Master Pro10 at LifeVantage. Now, Bob, there's 2 different camps in social media. One camp that says never mention your company name ever, ever, ever. Drop a 3 in the chat, guys, if you've ever heard that. Never mention your product name. Never mention your company name. Never post a product image. How you guys are like, it's the attraction marketing model. And there's a lot of coaches that are my best friends. Like some of my best friends in business are coaches and they teach this. And for a long time, I kind of felt towards that way because it's a spectrum, right? And then the opposite side of the spectrum is going to be like, you're inundated, you're spamming, you're like nonstop company, right? So you have these 2 ends of the spectrum. My mindset, guys, is you kind of want to find yourself somewhere right in the middle. Is you do want to sprinkle in your company. Here's why. I firmly believe, and it's for a lot of reasons, LifeVantage was never on the social media radar when I joined because nobody was on social media in the company. Nobody promoted it. Most of the Master Pro10s didn't even have a profile page. Now we have Master Pro10s and elites doing Facebook Lives and leveraging it. It's awesome. But we will never put this company in a momentum unless we create some brand awareness. Now, again, I'm not saying post it. You're going to find how I trickle it in. You're going to see in these couple examples throughout this presentation how you can kind of put a little bit here, a little bit there. And guys, I freaking add my website right to my profile page. Bob, I'm so blown away. People are like, don't put your website on there. Don't let people know what company you're in. I'm like, you guys know how many customers I sign up that just randomly go to my profile and buy the products because they hear me talking about it. They see me posting it. I put it on stories. And guys, when they're ready to buy, you want to make it easy for them to buy. This is Sales 101. John said, yes, it's what Ray Higdon teaches. And I love Ray. I'm a big fan of his entire company, Rank Makers, all that. But I don't agree. I do not agree that you should be in hiding or the witness protection program because we should be loud and proud of the company that we have. Just don't spam. I would say if you're going to be attraction marketing here and to the left, it's going to be, this is the spamming, like kind of go a little off attraction marketing, just like a little thing, maybe once a week, a couple times a month, do something about LifeVantage. And I'm going to give you guys some examples. So make it easy for people to contact you. Also, you're going to notice, and you're going to learn, Sandra, what I mean by spam, which is basically just going to be, here's an example, like it's like a nonstop commercial. Every post, LifeVantage, True Science, like if you're constantly, every single piece of content you post is about the company, you just look like spam. You look like a commercial. Nobody wants to buy from that. They want to buy from a person that's well-rounded. And so part of that's going to be branding. And I'm going to give you guys some examples of kind of what to post and how often. Okay. So let's get back to the audit. First, you have a cover photo. This is your largest social media real estate as far as like in your entire profile. You're going to want to choose like an inspirational quote, a great image. This was a special night I had when I hit Master Pro10. The company took us all, there's 20 of us who went to a nightclub in Scottsdale after the elite retreat. And they surprised me by putting me on a throne and parading me through a nightclub. I mean, it was crazy, but it was an incredible moment. And so I threw that up there because again, it speaks authority. Oh, she's a Master Pro10 with that company, right? Really cool. Or you can get a custom banner made. Things like Fiverr.com, you can hire somebody in like Bangladesh or Philippines who has graphic abilities for $5 or $10, and they can make you a custom cover photo. It should speak to you. It should speak to you, your interests. And you can also make your own. If you're creative, go to things like canva.com and you can create your own cover photo. Now, your profile shot should be a really great photo of your face. This is Facebook, not your kid, sorry, not your dog. She's really cute. This is Facebook. So guys, you don't need to go. This was a professional photography session I had done several years ago, and I use this on all my social media platforms to create continuity. But you guys can go out. I recommend a day where it's not direct sunlight, but it's overcast because it's much more flattering on the skin. Grab a teenager, grab your spouse, put it on portrait mode, right? On your smartphone, and you can take some great shots, right? Put on some makeup, do your hair, get a great shirt, try on a couple different outfits, different backgrounds, see what you like. Also, if you don't want to go outside, just go face a window, and that's going to give you like the best lighting. Or invest in something like this, such as a ring light, and that's going to make sure it's like all your wrinkles just go away. It's like, hallelujah. One of the best little things that I bought from Amazon is this little ring light, because guys, without it, like, look how horrible my lighting would be. It would just be awful. It makes all your lives better. Definitely recommend it. Lastly, on this audit, we want to talk about security. You want to make sure your profile is public. And there's a few people that get a little nervous about this. They're like, especially it's usually moms with young kids. They're like, I just really don't know. If you want to just make one post about your kids just for your friends, you can change the privacy setting just to that post. But in general, you want your profile to be public because let's say Bob was a prospect. He's a networker. He's looking for a new company. This is where they were just a few years ago. If he was searching for an upline, I would want to make sure that if he came across my page, that he could go and see everything. He could see my personality, my brand, my lifestyle, so he could do due diligence to see like, hey, is this somebody I want to connect with? Again, this is about marketing. So I recommend, guys, if you just have photos of just your children, just change the privacy setting to friends only. And that's a really quick way to protect your family. Just change it back to public when you go back to posting. Let's dive into some work. We're going to build your friends list first. We want to make sure that we're constantly, right, build, engage, and convert. We're going to build that friends list. So who do we add to Facebook? We want to add all of our family, all of our friends, friends of friends, right, coworkers, past school buddies, university colleagues, people that are in your neighborhood, your church connections. I moved from Arizona to Wisconsin a year ago. And when I moved in, I realized that my landlord told me, oh, there's a really cool Facebook group with everybody in the community. I'm like, gangbusters. All right. So I went into that group. There was like 60 people in it, and I started immediately friending everybody. Not only did I make great friends and connections with my neighbors, but I also have really good leads now for my products, right? For our products. Everybody that you buy a service from, so like your realtor, your hairstylist, your insurance guy, your pest control, if you do business with them, they are much more likely to do business with you, and they should do business with you. I mean, gosh, if you're going to buy a house from somebody for $300,000 or $200,000, if they're going to get that commission, they should definitely be on Pro10, right? Add every single person from your phone. Now, when you go on your Facebook app on iPhone, this is what it looks like. You go over to the menu tab, and there's a little button called Friends. When you click on that, you're going to see all of your pending friend requests. You want to add them. And guys, I don't add too many people from LifeVantage. So just so you know, I'm maxed out anyways at 5,000 friends. Zuckerberg caps it at 5,000. But also, if you're a LifeVantage person, follow that cross-line person. Don't add them. And if you've got other people, you know, I have a ton of people every time I do webinars like this sending me friend requests. I'm like, I can't. I don't even have enough room for all my team. I don't even have room for all my team. I want my prospects on my friend list, right? So I add very, very, very few cross-line. Add your upline, add some of your downline for sure. It's not going to be a problem until you're probably like a really high elite where you're like maxing out too many. But right now I can only add really leaders, like somebody that's Pro 3 or 4 or 5. That's when I add them because 7,000 reps. I don't have enough room for every single person. Now you can also go to suggestions. This is really cool because it's going to show you people that are going to be maybe like a friend of your friend or somebody that has like numerous mutual friends. So Facebook thinks that you might know them. This is a great way to add to your friend list. Also, if you want to see everybody that you're already connected to, just click on the All Friends tab. And Bob, I actually go through this on a regular basis and I clear people out. Some nights I'm just like, I'm up late, sitting there, bathtub, whatever, drinking a glass of wine. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go delete people. Sometimes I realize I have dead people on my friend list. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad unfriending dead people. Guys, draw before if you feel bad unfriending dead people. I feel so bad. But I'm like, they don't know about it. They don't know about it. And so I'm like, I got to make room for the living. Okay, come on, let's do this. Now you want to go through with your current friend list and you want to ask yourself, like, this is an audit. Do you want to be friends with them? Bob, I had a crazy thing the other morning. It was Friday morning. I was like up at like 5 o'clock, day before I'm getting married, like ready to go. And I saw this woman on my friends list and I happened to see her post and it was a really ridiculous, bigoted, it was a horrible post. It was a racial post, a bigoted. I'm like, who is this woman? Oh my God. Like, I'm sure she's probably nice in some instances. She's probably a very good mom. Like, I'm looking at her profile, but just that one post, I was like, I don't want to be friends with you. We're so on the different aspect of this specific topic. So I unfriended her. So you ask yourself, do you want to be friends with them? Like, could you see yourself having barbecues with them when we can barbecue again? Traveling with them, building a team with them. If you don't see eye to eye, guys, if they don't really resonate with you, delete them, right? Find your tribe. Ask yourself, do you want to do business with them? Think of it like spring cleaning. So I constantly, now I'm at 5,000 friends, I'll go back down to like 4,800, 4,700, and then I'll add a bunch of new people. So I'm constantly spring cleaning and out with the old, in with the new. And on the birthdays, the daily birthdays is another time when I delete people because number one, it's their birthday. They're not going to notice. They're going to be too inundated. But it's a great chance. Also, I noticed this where I go to their birthday page. I'm going to like send them a message. And I realize they haven't posted on Facebook for like a year. And that tells me they're not active on Facebook. I am using Facebook to find other people active on Facebook to push our products. So if this person's not active on Facebook, then again, I could be friends with them in real life, but I don't need them taking up one of my spaces. If you guys are getting this, say, I get it. Let me know if you guys are getting this, okay? We want to add about 10 to 15, 25 new friends every single day. You want to get to 5,000 friends as quickly as possible. So add your friends. Don't add too many cross-line. And I look right now, I'm very particular. I look for social influencers. I look for people that have at least 2,000 friends. I look for people that constantly have 10, 20, 30 comments on their posts. That means they have some engagement. They already have their tribe of followers. I look for entrepreneurs. I look for wellness or medical professionals or people that are health-minded. Again, they would be naturally inclined to do business with us. Now, this tip to building your friends list is to be connecting. ABC, always be connecting, because it's not about how many people you know, it's how many people know you. They value you. They trust you. So you got to start conversations. Do this by commenting or reacting on their posts, right? Get in front of them daily. Spend 10 minutes. Don't just be in the scroll hole of Facebook. Don't get caught in the scroll hole. You want to make sure that you're actually engaging. Leave not just like an emoji or a sticker or a GIF. Leave something thoughtful. And you can be like, Rachel, I don't have time for this. Rachel, like, you really want me to sit there for 10 or 15 minutes every day and add value on like 15 of my friends' posts? Yeah. If you want to get in front of them, yeah. If you want them to think about you, if you want you to be top of mind, this is guerrilla marketing. I'm literally getting in front of my prospects. And ultimately, like, what else do I got to do now? I'm sitting at home. I can't travel. There's nothing to do. Might as well just get in front of their feet. Don't be afraid to go to the hard ask. A lot of times, Bob, where I've been sitting there, I'm like trying to get my distributor for the month or whatever, and I'll go through my friends list, and I realize I don't know who this person is. I've never talked to them. We have nothing, like, I have no idea how we got connected, but they're on my friends list. And I'll just see they're active on chat. They're active on Messenger. And I'll just be like, hey, Sam, how's it going? Hey, how did we get connected? Oh, I don't know. Or they're like, weird, I'm not sure. I'm like, hey, do you keep your options open to making more money from home? Like, I just will. I'm like, hey, have you ever heard of LifeVantage? I will. I go straight for the hard ask. Hey, would you take a look at a video if I sent it to you? I do. Like, why not, guys? I average enroll 11.3 people a month. I've enrolled over 450 or 480 people in the last 4 years in LifeVantage. And I do that by just going directly. I don't waste time in chit chat. Like, you want to watch a video? It's going to blow your mind. Take a look at it. Now, if you're looking for cold market leads, you can type in specific search terms in the search tab, like personal trainer, chiropractor, wellness, or doctor, or health coach, or whatever. And you can actually find people in your local area. I used to live in Scottsdale, so I could type in like personal trainer Scottsdale, and I'd connect to anybody that was commenting or posting or tagging themselves in Scottsdale as a personal trainer. You can also add groups. Groups is a big part where I've met a ton of people with like-mindedness. I want you guys to think, go to the chat right now. Tell me 3 things you're passionate about. Hobbies, interests, activities. What are 3 things you're passionate about? For me, it's like health, wellness, anti-aging, beauty. I'm vain. I'm in a lot of anti-aging women's type of groups. I'm in a lot of health groups. I have something called silent reflux. I'm in a couple of LPR groups, which is basically kind of like heartburn, but you don't feel it. I've had surgery, so I'm in specific surgical groups because I had ulcerative colitis. So I have a lot of, warriors with Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis that I connected to. I'm also in a lot of religious groups, spiritual groups, right? Christian groups. So if you have a faith, you might find people that are equally yoked in that same faith, where, these are people you'd love to do business with because they share the same values as you. If you're into politics, right, these are great groups to be a part of. Bob, I'm in a cool group. I live in Minnesota right now, but I have a house in Wisconsin, and my family's in Wisconsin, and I'm in this Wisconsin Against Excessive Quarantine group. And it's like 100 and some thousand people. I'm adding so many people in that group. I'm posting value, humor in that group, rants in that group, and I'm finding people that are the same political viewpoints or constitutional viewpoints as I have. So do what you do, guys. So we have gardening. Look at the chat. Exercise, garden, health, music, horses, equine. That's really big with Pro10. In fact, fun fact, about $200,000 a month goes through my team just in horses. Well, they're owners with their credit cards, but they give the Pro10 to the horses. Hockey, health, anti-aging, St. Jude's Hospital, philanthropy, golf, right? Think of the things that you love to do. Think of the things that you're an expert at. There's probably one thing you're an expert at. Maybe it's underwater basket weaving. I don't know. Find something and then join that group. There's a group for anything. Join 10 of the groups. I find a lot of cold market leads by looking at the members in the group. I never post LifeVantage in the groups. I never spam in the groups. I never ask people to private message me in the group. I go and I find the frequent posters, the motivated ones, the positive ones, the influencers, the direct sellers, network marketers, and I add them. So this is a group I'm in. Look at the screenshot. I'm just going to name out some of these companies. Lavelle, Plexus, Unique. There's an esthetician here, 2 massage therapists, Nurium, which is no longer. But so there's 6 people in network marketing, 6 women in this anti-aging group. So I just literally just started adding them and making friends with these people that are quality leads. This is actually a girlfriend of mine named Ashley. She shared a testimonial in the group. So I sent her a friend request. I sent her a message, say, hey girl, I don't remember what I said there, something personal. I'm moving to, the health issue. I'm moving to Arizona. She was in Tucson. Thank you for your testimonial. So she's like, hey, what part of AZ are you moving to? I said, Scottsdale. This was a couple of years ago, like 2017 or something. And wouldn't you know, guys, that a few years later, Ashley is now one of my devoted customers in LifeVantage. And we're actually talking about the business right now over the last couple of weeks, so she's looking for an extra way to make money. So keep it short and sweet, be normal, make friends. Those are ways, guys. Again, I just gave you several ways to go and find. If you are in 10 groups, there's no reason that you can't do, let's say 7 groups. Every day you're in a different group, and every day you find 5 or 10 new people to add and message and start connecting with online. Again, you're building your network. This is work, guys, network marketing. Now, what do we post? There's an algorithm to Facebook. Everyone wants to know, guys, drop a 5 if you guys want to know how to get comments, likes, shares, how to go viral, right? Everyone wants to hack the Facebook algorithm. Here's the problem. It is always changing, and it's complex. There's over 100,000 factors. It depends on your relationship with that person. Like Bob and I just became basic friends. So he might not see a lot of my stuff until we interact a lot on Messenger and on our posts. It depends on the type of post. You know, Facebook favors video more than anything. They'll show video on the feed more than anything, and it'll show you the type of posts that you interact with, like maybe the colored backgrounds or maybe great graphics. It's going to show you things like that. Here's my formula. You want to post daily. Every single day you want to post at least once a day. No more than about 4 times, ideally with about a 2-hour window minimum in between. And guys, if you have a post that is going well, meaning every few minutes you're getting a comment, you're getting likes, right? It's going. You guys have had those. Let it ride. Don't post again. Let it just do its thing. Give it a day if need be until it quiets down, and then do another post. You want to ask yourself before you're posting, is it enlightening? Is this entertaining? Is it educational? Is it empowering, right? Like, is it going to engage somebody? Like, is this an engaging post? Because I see so many people post like, so what crap all the time. Like, it's just like, you just scroll right past it. Like, so what? And the rule of thumb is kind of the 80-20 rule. 80% of your posts should be nothing to do with life management or business. It should be your lifestyle. It should be your hobbies, your interests, the gardening, the church, the St. Jude's Hospital, the golf, and whatever you guys, the horse, things that you were doing that you just said above. That's what you want to post. Your date nights, your quarantine date nights. And then make sure that you just kind of sprinkle in every few posts something about the products or business. Here's some more ideas. Inspirational quotes, questions, A or B, this or that. Anything to command a short answer or like a vote, and that will get a lot of comments. Lifestyle photos, right? Your pets, your dates. I mean, if you go to my profile, it doesn't take you very long to see my dogs, like especially my bulldog Sugar. Like you're gonna see her all over social media, but you're also gonna see my relationship. In the past you'd see us going to church or on vacation or traveling. That's our love language. Business tips. Tara Wilson is fantastic at giving business tips on Facebook. Motivational type of shareables. Thought-provoking rants. It's really interesting. I'll share this, Bob. There is another thing from coaches, so these social media coaches, these network marketing coaches, and they say something that I highly disagree with. They say never post about politics and never post about religion. And I'm like, that's funny, because I've made millions of dollars posting about politics and religion. Now, I'm going to give you a warning. If you've never done it and all of a sudden you do it, you're going to get some hate. I have done it since the beginning, so I've already weeded out so many people that disagree with me. And what I've done, guys, because I have been so authentically me, which is a ranter, I do rant. I talk about, I have critical thinking skills, and I use it and I bring it. I consider myself like a truther. I bring that stuff to my Facebook, and guys, it goes viral. People are like, yes. And occasionally I have people that are like, you're an idiot, or you're this, or you're that, or they call me irresponsible, or they don't like my views, or they try to question me. Guys, they get the one-way ticket to the block party. I just block them right away. Like, I'm like, again, if you're going to be a jerk on my timeline, this is my profile. I can say whatever I want. So guys, some of you guys just need permission. I'm giving you permission to be you. Now I'm going to share with you what not to do here in a second, because there's a right way to do it and a wrong way. But guys, I think about like my values, and I'll just share with you. Like, I'm a Christian. Most people know that if they know me. I love truth. I'm a conservative on the political spectrum, although I'm a political atheist, not Republican or Democrat, but I'm conservative. Like, I'm massive and pro-life. And I get that people don't always agree with that. And you might hate that I say that on this call, but I'll tell you guys, It is a value of mine. So when I post that stuff and I'm talking about whether by my values or my politics or my religion, people, 99% of my list is like, me too, me too. And the most effective branding you can do in life is create me too's. Oh, she has a bulldog? Me too. Oh, she loves Jesus? Me too. Oh, she's in a relationship? Me too. Oh, she likes gardening? Me too. Oh, she likes travel? Me too. Oh, she likes pizza? Me too. These types of things, they create that me too. So you have to think about, what do you want to stand for? There is I'm just going to go on a side tangent because this is really important. So many people say, don't do the thought-provoking things. Don't do the controversial subjects. In another spectrum of marketing is in the middle, you have neutrality, right? Neutral. And on the ends, you have polarizing beliefs. Now, if you go too far in the ends, you're crazy. Like you're really just psycho. But somewhere right in that middle, not in the middle of neutrality, but right, so you have neutral and then you have crazy. You want to find that sweet ground of where you stand. Another word for neutral is what? Boring. Don't be boring on social media. Like, oh, I don't want to offend anybody. Guys, if you're boring, you're going to look like 99.9% of all the other network marketers out there. They're just being like motivational and just, oh, I don't want to like to. Guys, if you are like me and you're passionate about stuff, take a stand and be there. Again, it can be like, oh my gosh, and then Bob's like, oh my God, this my poor downline. My poor downline is just going to get raped on social media. I'm telling you guys, it is the most freeing thing ever because you're going to create your tribe. So here's what's amazing. You know, I just did a call for Elite Pro9 Charlotte Venter in Australia. She's an Elite Pro9. She's running to Pro10. She'll probably be a Pro10, I would assume, by the end of the year. And she talks about the fact that she went sponsor shopping. She found my page, and it didn't take her but a moment to realize that she also had the same religious beliefs, and she knew that that's the type of leader she wanted to join. So if I had never shared that, I would probably be missing a $600,000+ leg out of my business. And so at the end of the day, do you, boo-boo, like do you, and do it very, very well. And so you can share things like funny memes, product testimonials, or business testimonials, but you want to make sure that you go through the compliance training in the back office and add in the disclaimer, the annual earnings statement. Share your failures, you know, especially as you're seeing success. It's something like you got to share that vulnerability. It makes you more human and more accessible. And if you haven't seen success yet, bring people along the journey because they're going to love to watch you. And they're like, wow, I'm seeing Melissa, I'm seeing Lynn, I'm seeing Amanda, I'm seeing Trisha just transform in front of my eyes, you know, on these products or in this business. I'm seeing her grow. I'm seeing her become confident. That's going to be way more inspiring than just seeing like some hero come out of the gate that's all epic and eloquent and perfect. Nobody wants that. Nobody's perfect. Your launch event, anything else. Here's some more ideas. Team shareables. I'm running out of time. If you guys have a team name, we do. We have custom shareables with our logo. LifeVantage shareables. We have a brand new marketing playbook, the LifeVantage monthly marketing playbook. It's right on the front page of your ebook. Click on that and it's going to give you posts and stories and graphics and all sorts of yummy things. Look how beautiful these are. These are done for you. This is how you can sprinkle in the LifeVantage, you know, trademark compliant things. These are compliantly done. So you don't have to worry about what to say because they already did it for you. You know that you're not making any claims or putting our company at jeopardy. So this is an amazing new tool. I hope you guys really begin to use that. Take a screenshot of this really quick. These are my favorite apps that I use. Cross out Modiv. I don't use that one anymore. It's been really weird. But Over is the one I use in everything. There's a free version and a paid. I have the paid one. It's like $3 a month. And I really love it, guys. Every single thing I do, almost 99% of what I do is on Over. It's my favorite app. You can do texts and there's all these royalty copyright free images you can use, all these graphics and glitter. And it's just so cool. You can even make Instagram animated stories. It's so fun. Beauty Plus and Facetune for selfies. There's just a ton. If you want to make little quotes, things like word swag, You type in a quote and it makes it all pretty and custom for you. Really, really helpful stuff. Now, if you guys want to know, how many of you guys want to know what I do to get business prospects? Drop a 6 in the chat for my formula. This is it, guys. This is how I do that jab, jab, right hook. As Gary Vee says, how do I sprinkle in a good business post from time to time? I do this about once a week or a couple times a month. It's my strong jab. I'm going for it, right? Is that I want to do a beautiful photo. So this is a really key, guys, is that take time. And I know it's, for me, it's horrible because I hate asking people to take my photo. I feel self-absorbed. I feel self-important. I feel self-conscious if I'm in public. But ultimately, you just got to not care. You got to, like, as they say, do it for the gram, do it for the book, right? Get a bunch of photos in. So when you are on vacations, or maybe past vacations, you have photos, or out in parks, or out in your backyard now that the weather's getting nice, or out on your boat, or just even going downtown. I'm sure in your local area, there's some really cool spots, sculptures, structures, parks that hopefully are not closed that you can go and you can do a lot of photo shoots. I edit the photo. I make sure it's beautiful, vibrant, saturated with color, good contrast. I use filters, right? And then I do this structure: the problem, the solution, and the invite, the call to action, the CTA, call to action. So the problem was the pain I was going through, whether it be health-wise or financial or frustrated about my vision or my future. Then I made a decision, or I took action, or I found a mentor, or I joined a system, or I found the team, or whatever it was. I joined LifeVantage. And then the call to action, like, hey, you know, if you want more information, drop the word video below. Drop the word info below. If you want to take a look behind the scenes of what we are launching, CTA is call to action. And you want to definitely know marketing post should be done without some sort of call to action, okay? Now, again, it's video. Video is big. 80% of the newsfeed is video. It's less than 1% of uploaded content. And I am only a fan, really, of a live video. Live video is huge if you want to engage. And I know some of you guys are like rolling your eyes. You're like, Rachel, I hate video. Guys, get over it. Get over it. I hated it too, guys. I have to, I need to go return on. I took down my YouTube channel for a little while when I started dating because I didn't want, truthfully, I didn't want my husband, but I didn't want his network to see who I was before we got to know each other. So I took down everything. But if you guys get a chance at some point, you'll go back 12 years ago and see 25-year-old, 24-year-old RJ and Rachel. And I was like this little peepsqueak, and I was not confident and I was not eloquent. It took me probably 50 videos to find my voice. It's going to take you some time to find your voice and your confidence. Here's some ideas for Facebook Live, though. Facebook Live is your own, it's kind of like your own talk show. You can kind of like sit there and talk and engage with your people. You can get on, you can tell your story, something you just learned. You can talk about why you love your team. You can talk about sometime when you lost, or when you won, or when you grew, or when you failed. You can talk about taking action. You can just share, hey, I'm going to Facebook Live. I was challenged by my support team. I'm part of your support team now. Like, hey, I was challenged by them to do Facebook Live, and I'm terrified, but I really want to start connecting with you guys. And I want to, educate and bring value to you. And so, you could do a recipe. You could show making a LifeVantage shake, a physique shake. You could do time management tips, or why you should have a side gig or a side hustle. You can do chit chat or get ready with me. I've done my makeup and my hair live on Facebook Live, just talking for 30 minutes with my crew. Tony and I recently did one that went pretty viral. We bought 7 different cheeses from the grocery store, and we were trying them live on Facebook Live, like literally gagging on like aged goat cheese. Like, I was like, oh, like it was like the most horrific smell ever. Your favorite books. You can interview a leader, how to choose a mentor, your passions, your skills, your value. I've done ones recently on like how to prepare for like a zombie apocalypse, like, cause I'm a prepper. So like, how do you prepare? What do you have in your house? I've done different ones on different Bible studies. I've done different ones on haters, or, entrepreneurs, or building online, or network marketing tips. Go after it, guys. Facebook Lives, you want to make sure that you have a main objective, right? Make sure that you have some sort of relevant place to have a call to action. Don't be afraid to have notes. Guys, sometimes I have like a little sticky note or a little notebook right underneath, you know, the camera right here. And it's okay, like, okay, I'm just staying on track and make sure I get to my next point. Create a compelling or catchy title. I've seen people go live and it's just the title says, hey. And if I'm like on the scroll hole and you're muted and I don't know, and it just says, hey, I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this. Like, what are you talking about? Something catchy, something that grabs your attention, right? Like, I can't believe he just did this. What did he just do? You won't believe what I just found out, right? Breaking news. Here, the 3 tips that I did to blank, 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 whatever. Have good lighting like this. Use a tripod if needed. You can get them on Amazon for like 15 bucks. Don't waste time in the beginning of your Facebook Lives. 50 to 90% of all your views are going to happen as replays. So don't do this long drawn out. I have people that are like, all right, guys, we're just going to wait for more people to jump on. Like a minute into the live, I'm like, get to it. I will jump off so fast. The first 10 seconds, go to the replay viewer. This is what it should look like. Hey guys, this is Rachel Jackson here. I want to share with you guys exactly my tips on how I read the Bible every single day. I hope it's going to be helpful for you. If you're catching the replay, comment replay below and let me know where you're tuning in from. By then, every single now I have people jumping on. And I'll be like, hey Bob, hey April, hey Karen, hey Kim, how's it going? Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing my tips on how to read the Bible, blah, 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 whatever, okay? Tell them what they're going to get from the video. Have them interact. Like you guys, drop a 1, drop a 2, drop your favorite emoji, give me some hearts. What do you think? What's your favorite? Do you like goat cheese? Just whatever. Shout them out if they share your video. I'm like, oh my God, Bob, thank you so much for the share. If any of you guys are watching right now and you really are finding value in this, click share. I want to shout you out live on the video. And also it's like, boom, April shared, Karen shared, Kim shared, Stephanie shared. Oh, thank you guys so much. And it makes your content go viral. Ask questions, acknowledge them, encourage conversation by having them drop comments. After the live, go back to the comments and engage with them there, right? And thank them for watching, send them a little private message. And sometimes I'll do a watch party later, which is basically just replay your live, and that will get more views. Ultimately, guys, when you start posting, you want to document. Don't create. Document your life. Don't spend hours thinking about what to post. Just be yourself. Document your life. And guys, if you've been in this industry for any amount of time, you have tons of old notebooks. We call them uncashed checks. There's so much value in there. I mean, on all of the Wagner Zooms that they do, I'm sure you have notes after notes. Take some of those notes. Hop on a Facebook Live. Tell them like, hey guys, I just went through this amazing leadership training with my mentors Bob and April. I want to share with you what I took away from it and a personal leadership lesson that I learned in my life. Do this sort of stuff. You don't need to oversell yourself. Just be you. Talk normal like you would on like FaceTime to your family, and just be normal. Do's and don'ts. Don't make claims. Ever. Please don't. And if you see somebody making claims, mentioning a disease, mentioning a pharmaceutical drug, don't. You got to message them. Say, hey, honey, I'm so sorry. I don't think this post is compliant. Please take it down. Review all the training, print out this article, and when in doubt, don't post it. We don't need to. We just don't need to do that. Don't spam your wall with back-to-back posts. Sprinkle them in. Mention the business at least once a week. Upload product demos. Use the marketing playbook on your stories. Don't gossip. Don't post drama. Don't do personal attacks. So this is, again, when I'm getting into very controversial subjects, people, they occasionally they'll attack my beliefs. I don't engage with them. If they're not willing to have an intelligent debate, I immediately delete their comment and I block them. And just no reason to have that going on in my feed at all. I won't do it even for the comments. Do have a call to action. And let's say now you have a lead. You have somebody saying, well, what are you doing? What's this little yellow pill? What's this all about? You want to take that conversation immediately to private message. And one of the things, Bob, I've been doing the last year more than anything is I call them right on Messenger. I call them on Messenger. I don't even need their phone number. It's amazing. And a lot of times they'll be like, whoa, I didn't even know you could do this. Like, I didn't even know that you could call a Messenger. I'm like, yeah. oh my God, Bob, it's so great to talk with you. We've never had a phone call before. What's shaking? And I asked him, what made you reach out? What made you comment? What interested you in that hair care before and after? What's going on? And this is a time I'll be like, what's going on with your health? And they'll tell me, hey, what's this? Hey, what made you interested in this business post? What's going on? Hey, how are you holding up with the quarantine? How are you guys doing? How's April's job going or whatever? Like you ask questions about them, you connect, be excited, be urgent. If they don't answer the messenger call, I use voice memos. I've also sent video messages before. I say, hey, when can we chat? You got to hear about this. Again, I get excited. You got to hear about this. You got to hear about this. You got to see this. It's going to blow your hair back. It's going to blow you away. I use a lot of hypey language because it works. And it might go something like this. Hey, Bob, can you watch a quick video that, is an amazing deep dive on our flagship product? And they say, yes, great, awesome, ABC video, you're going to be blown away. And then when you're ready, you can order here. This is another thing. I'm blown away at how many people, you guys ready just to increase your closing by like 10 to 25%? You guys ready? Let me know if you're ready. Like 10 to 25%. The Wagners are going to send me flowers in like a month. This is it. Never send a video without your website. It is so simple, guys. Here's what happens. They may not watch it right now. They might watch it in an hour or in a month or in a year. And when they get excited, the first thing they're going to do is, how do I buy? And you don't want them to send them off to Amazon land or eBay land or Google land. When you're ready, you can order here. And you can put a custom cart together with the Tri-Synergizer or with just Nerf 2 or whatever. Have several carts already pre-made. I have them saved in my phone, depending on what we're talking about. When you're ready to order, go here. And it's amazing. I'll get an email. You have a new customer. Mary. And I go back in my messenger. I realize I sent her my shopping cart 6 months ago. It's like Christmas. I love it. Guys, this is going to massively increase your recruiting right there. If they've gone cold, which happens to all of us, right? They see the message, a little face, but they don't respond. I'll be like, hey, did you get a chance to watch the video? Hey, what did you think about the video? Wasn't it amazing? What questions do you have? And if they really don't respond after a while, I'll be like, are we still friends? Are we still friends? Like, hello? And they'll even say, like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I've just been so busy. Because that usually gets them back to the conversation. All right. If you guys, we have a private Facebook group, but you guys might have your own. You can use things like Facebook groups to add, tag, and message people in them. Bob, do you guys have any sort of public Facebook group like this?
Yeah, we do.
Perfect. What's it called?
Lifespan Matters.
Okay, Lifespan Matters. So it's going to be similar, guys. You want to use the ATM method, add, tag, and message. Add your friends, tag them in posts, message them. But you really want to build that group. So make sure you're sharing your compliance stories. Make sure you're playing team. Make sure you're commenting. Groups are another way that you can engage your customers and your prospects. What to do daily. Here's your DMO. Ready? We're closing this out. We're bringing it home, Bob. We're here. This is what we need to do. Add a minimum of 10 new friends every day. Every day. Every day. If you do, guys, this is going to be 300 new friends in a month. That's 3,000 plus new friends every single year. Guys, what would it be like? What would your business do in 1 year from now if you had 7,000 new eyeballs seeing your post, seeing your lives? You want to comment and react on at least 10 friends' posts. Love, add a nice little message. Share a lifestyle post. Maybe share a prospecting post. One post about you and your dog, next post about the little yellow pill. Do a Facebook Live. Doesn't have to be done daily, but do them often. Post at least 5 Facebook stories or Instagram stories. Interact in at least one of your Facebook groups in the hobby or interest that you're passionate about. Send out your happy birthday messages and then purge unwanted friends. Guys, it's that simple. You're building your group. You're engaging with that following. You're building your following. You're engaging, and then you're going to be converting. You're moving them to Messenger. You're moving them to conversations. You're inviting them to the Tuesday overview, take control overview, all of that. And it's helpful, guys. Build, engage, and convert. that is it. This is my simple tips on how to become a Facebook influencer. And I'm going to pass the call back over to you, Bob. Thanks so much for having me.